Swiggity swoo, how do you do, guys? This is Powerhouse Pancham, and I'm back again, guys, bringing you a Pokemon report on an event I went to actually later on, or earlier on today actually. Um, I also need to apologise to you guys for not uploading such a long time. I think it was about 8 days. The reason because of this is because the first few days I wasn't feeling the best. I was feeling a little bit ill, and I was under the weather. And also on well, I had to catch up with some like real life stuff, especially my assignments and college coursework, which I actually was a bit lazy about and left till the last minute. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I have, and I sort of regret it. I'm not actually playing this battle at the moment, but you guys are free to watch this battle as I explain. So basically what I'm going to be doing to you guys is explain what's happened at this event. It was TCG and VGC, which stands for the Video Game Competition and Trading Card Competition. The video game competition was influenced by myself. I came up with the idea to my friends, and I did ask the competition holder. Like he sort of runs the event every Sunday, every other Sunday, sorry. So I sort of said to him, "Can we do a VGC competition?" He said yeah, so he helped me out. He helped me sort it out, and I actually was able to get to the finals. At the moment, we've only played one game because the shop was closing, and it was between me and my friend Toby. And what I was suggesting to you guys is that I actually show you guys the battle videos. I will have all three of the semi-finals and finals. I won't have any of the top 8 because the guy who I went up against, his 3DS infrared wasn't really working too well, but mine was, and so he had to use my 3DS as I used my friend's 3DS, so that meant that I couldn't actually save the battle video, and I probably should have asked him to save it onto my system, but I couldn't save the battle video, and so I couldn't really show you guys. I did beat him 2-1, and to be honest, his team was like full of event Pokemon that weren't actually EV trained or IV trained, so the way the reason I lost the second game is because his Charizard was able to survive a fake out from Jolly Kang, from a Jolly Mega Kang, sorry, and then a Sucker Punch from Jolly Kang, as well as a Sludge Bomb from a timid Gengar, and it lived with like 4 HP. So, and then that meant he was able to get 2 Heat Waves off. I mean, it occurred both of them, and from then on, I don't really have much of an answer for his Metagross and Swampert in the back, so I couldn't really beat him in that manner. However, it was still really fun, and I actually got maximum points. Basically, at these competitions, you have like this card, and you get like badges after a few times, like after a few lines are filled out, and basically you get 2 points for winning a match, you get 1 point for losing a match, you get another 2 points for winning a match. So basically, if you lose 1 and then win 2, you get a maximum of 5 points, which is the maximum you can get with winning at one of these competitions. So that was nice to have. The second battle, I went up against a really good friend, also known as Dan. He went to the English regionals yesterday, I was really jealous of him because I really wanted to go, but unfortunately work sort of held me back from going. And he did really well there as well. He went 4-4 at the regionals, but he got into the semi-finals when I went up against him. I ended up winning, I'm not sure what it was, I think it might have been 3-0 and 2-0. I think that was it. I will correct you if I'm wrong, and I'll show you, and I will actually record the battle videos, guys, and actually commentate through them just to show you what my ideas were in winning. And yeah, so I beat him 2-0, which was nice. He's a really decent player. He's been playing for a very long time as well, so beating him always felt nice. To be honest, I think he's only beaten me once in like a competition. Like, he's beaten me in single matches, as in like an individual match, but when I usually play him, it usually ends up best of 3, so I don't think he's actually beaten me in a best of 3 yet, but he always gives me a tough matchup, which is really nice to have, because I always do like having a good matchup against my opponents. And what he did is that he brought this really cool Sun team, consisting of Meowstic with Sunny Day, a Mega Venusaur that had Chlorophyll as its normal form, and also a Choice Scarf Diamantan, which obviously did really well in the Sun with Flare Blitz, especially getting Sheer Force. Meant that he was able to do like a lot of damage. And yeah, so I beat him 2-0, and in the finals at the moment, we've only played one game, as I said before, because the shop was closing, it is Sunday today. And this was my friend Toby, and I've won the first match so far, so it's 1-0 to me. And also We need to play another 2 matches. At the moment, with my team and his team at the moment, I haven't lost to him yet, which is nice to know. Like, we've played a maximum of 3 matches so far. We go and play at the most another 2, sorry. And basically, if I win this next match, I win. If I lose it, then we go to a one more match, and then the winner of that wins, of course. So I'm really looking forward to that. Unfortunately, there was no prize involved because although we were thinking of charging people 50p to enter so the winner could actually buy like a Pokemon pack at the end of it, we decided not to go forth with it because obviously people just wanted to join for fun, and we also just needed 8 people, and I don't think if we gave like a entry fee, people might be a bit reluctant. And yeah, so that was it for the VGC. So at the moment I'm in the finals, and at the moment I'm favourite to win because I'm 1-0 up. Secondly, in the TCG was really fun. The first opponent I went up against was actually the same guy I went up first in the VGC round. He was called Dan, and he brought this really nice deck consisting of fighting and fire types. His deck did seem to be quite basic still because obviously he seemed quite new to the game, so he still had some Pokemon like Slugma that didn't really have a purpose to that deck. It's just because he sort of maybe had to fill that slot with a Pokemon or item card because you have to have 60 cards in a deck. So I think that might have been the purpose of that, but that meant I was able to get easy prize cards, and that sort of led me to victory. I did beat him 2-0, and yeah, so that was a fun match, but obviously it wasn't easy. Well, it was easy for me only because he obviously was new and his deck wasn't as advanced as mine. Well, I'm not saying I have a really advanced deck, but it is tier 1. It is a Keldeo Blastoise deck. And then on to the second match, I went up against my friend Toby, who I'm now in the finals of the VGC competition with. We still haven't battled yet. I have been asking him, but he sort of is ignoring me at the moment, unfortunately. And with the VGC match, TCG match, sorry, he brought a fighting deck consisting around Mega Lucario and Lucario. Basically, the only reason he has that deck is because for his birthday last year, he bought a Furious Fist booster box. It was actually a fantastic booster box, getting around like 6 or 7 full arts, and it actually was like allowed him to mold his deck around it because he got a couple full arts that he traded for some half arts and a few extra cards just so he could actually make the basis of a deck, sorry. So I went up against him, and I run 2 Mewtwo EXs, which are super effective against fighting type Pokemon. And basically, Blastoise allowed me to apply as much energy onto it as often as possible, and this sort of led me to beat him. Also, I had a Safeguard Suicune. Well, I had 2 Safeguard Suicunes in my team just in case if I'm having trouble setting up, and it actually came into effect really well against him because I was able to put it in my active spot, and he therefore couldn't attack me, and I could just rush in anytime I wanted with Keldeo or try and retreat Suicune, and then I could just take his Pokemon out individually with my Mewtwo or Keldeo. And obviously, since this deck was it wasn't slow, it wasn't as fast as mine. As soon as I got my Blastoise out, meant that I was able to set up before he could even knock out one of my Pokemon, so I also ended up winning that match 2-0. The next match I went up against was against the actual event holder, and that was Ash. He's a Pokemon professor, and he was running a really interesting deck consisting of Sigilif, Mewtwo, and like Dimension Valley, the trainer card. So basically, all he had to do was try and get Safeguard Sigilif out and sort of just attach a Muscle Bat and start attacking. So we couldn't really touch him. Unfortunately, my deck wasn't built the best for his deck, and therefore he was allowed to. He really had an easy time sweeping me, and I unfortunately lost those 2 matches 2-0. He kept toying around with me a bit, which was a bit annoying. Like obviously after I lost, he sort of still kept getting cards out and sort of playing unnecessary cards instead of just knocking out my Pokemon. I did get a bit salty about that, but at the end of the day, he was allowed to do that, and I just ended up forfeiting the second match because there was no chance of me actually winning. The first match I actually took 3 prize cards. That's just because I kept Lysandering his Sigilif out for an EX, just attacking that or another Pokemon. So I was able to pick up 3 prize cards, but they didn't really help me at all. So I actually ended up losing that 2-0. I still got a point for it, and I still got a couple promo cards from it after I completed this sheet, and I ended up getting a promo Pokemon catcher, which was really nice to have. So that's it. So I will keep you guys, I will give you guys a video of me recording the battle video of me against Toby, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. I might even consider recording and playing it at the same time and telling you guys what I'm thinking about doing, and I hope you guys would like me to suggest that. So thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.